So here we have our center app. We have our logo, which is obviously in the center of the app. Then we have our landing page message, welcome to center, an application process that helps reduce stress. We click onto the second page then, and we have specific goals then that the user might want to identify. So the four options are reduce stress, improve sleep, increase focus, or improve mood. Now we can choose a number of these. We're not just pigeonholed to select one. So we can, if we're intending on reducing stress and improving our mood, we select both, and then we can move on to the next part of the program. If you want, you can obviously click the back button and it brings you back to the home page. So we'll toggle on to the next page. Again, we're asked another question that we can hover over these. So we know that if we want to click on almost always, we click that, and that's the reason, or that's the times that we are feeling stress, which is almost always. It can be sometimes, it can be rarely, or we're not sure. So we'll click on almost always, and that brings us to the next page, which again, it's the same sort of platform, or same sort of method here. We asked another question, and by doing this here, we're essentially making the person aware of where they're at themselves. Sometimes you might have an idea, or you might think you're somewhere, but when you see the different types of stress levels, or where you're at, it can become more apparent to you, and it might make you more self-aware. So we'll say, how do you usually experience stress? So we'll say anxious thoughts, and that brings us on to the next page again. So again, right here, we're building some level of self-awareness here, in trying to understand our own levels of anxiousness, stress, worry, and possibly the root cause of those stresses and strains and anxiousness. So again, they're all, you can just hover over them, and they can highlight, and then we'll just click on that. So what we try to achieve here is basically give someone an insight, give them a fact, and not take them straight into the program, but give them a fact that might really drive home the importance of disconnecting and giving yourself time to breathe, and have your own time for thoughts, and to prioritize yourself. So 1 in 3 people have failed to complete a digital detox because of work emails. So that's an astounding fact, that people feel almost married to their jobs, and they feel like they need to be available 24/7, when that's really not the case. So when people see that in black and white, we hope that it really drives home the importance of giving yourself the time and space to recuperate, and to level off. So we'll go on to the next section of the app, and we're basically informing the viewer then what they're doing, what they're getting from this app, what we hope to achieve. So we have designed a 7-day program to help introduce positive life habits to reduce stress. Each day has 5 new challenges that will help reduce stress, make you sleep better, and have better focus and energy. So again, once you kind of consume the information within the app, then you're ready to take a stress level test. So the reason we take this stress level test is to make the user give themselves a rating of their stress level pre-program, and I suppose then as they make their way through the days, and complete each task, we would be hoping that the introduction of these new habits will bring positive life changes, and will improve sleep, and will reduce stress, and will improve working relationships and home relationships. So this test now is to basically give them a pre-program number, and then afterwards then we'll be able to cross compare after completing the 7 days. So we'll just click 6 then, and we'll move on to day 1. So day one, here is our layout. There are five tasks, and as you complete each task, they will illuminate, and you move on and you do the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And once you have completed the 5 tasks, you are able to move on to day 2. So you can obviously go on to day 1 on your app, and you can try and plan out your day and try and make time for all the different habits that we're trying to achieve. On to day 2, click, 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 and click, and then we move to day 3. And again, if you didn't finish day 2 and you wanted to finish day 2 the next day, you can obviously go back to day 2 and start the day again and click on the 5 tasks, and then once you've completed the tasks in that day, then you can move on. So again, we'll click, 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 and move on to day 4. And again, we have 5 options here, and we click all 5 to give us access to day 6. And again, and there's 35 individual daily tasks. There's none are repeated, which gives a broad effort and broad spectrum of things that people can try, both from refraining from the news, eating healthy foods, creating a Zen space, petting a dog, puzzles, both challenges to the mind, relaxation tools, fitness elements. They're all there. So we've got to the end of day 7, and we click to end the 7-day program. And here then we have another rating from 1 to 10. So we'd be hopeful that if you've completed the task properly and to a good level, a good standard, that you will be dropping down that stress level to a couple of notches anyway. And that's what I suppose the end goal is, to be able to protect your mental health, be able to make time for yourself, be able to channel positive thoughts, and create a good working environment for yourself. So we'll click on there, and that's the end of the app then.